This is the sports field conditioner. So it'll dethatch, it'll level, it'll aerate, and it'll take your berms out all in one pass. So we're not changing equipment to 4 different pieces of equipment. This one machine will do it all. We'd like to show you how that works and how it operates. Okay, this is real typical on a cutout field or a baseball field where you get this rim right here, and we've got a 2 or 3 inch lip right in there. And to get that out, the normal process is to either cut that out. A lot of times during the season we rake that, sometimes we power wash it out, but it's a constant problem. So when you sod cut it out, you do that in the fall, and then usually the sod falls apart because it's got all the sand in it, so you throw that away, get your grade back down, and then you resod it and play on it next spring. With the Power Turf conditioner, it's all different. We can come in the same day, take that down, doesn't destroy your grass, and you can play on it that night. So manpower is a big savings, and time and effort. We can do 3 or 4 processes with this machine in one pass, so we can dethatch, we can aerate, we can level, and do that all in one pass. And we're going to show you that. I want to show you this right here. This edge right here, this rim, if we go down in with our probe and bring that back out, you can see it right there. There's no soil content in that. That is all sand and grit that's been washed out from the play field, and that's what causes that rim and why it moves so easy and why it creates the berm or the lip around the fields. Okay, so we've made one pass through here with the sports field conditioner, and we're going to show you what that's done already. So this is the rim that was in that field before. You can see the dirt, the grit, and the sand coming right out of there. If you can see down the bottom there, we still have our root zone, so we haven't damaged the grass. We've thinned it a little bit. Now sometimes it'll take a couple passes to get that rim out. We can make 2 passes without destroying the root zone. So this one probably needs it just a little more, but I'm going to show you how close we've come already. If you can see there, the rim is already gone in one pass. This would take us probably 2 or 3 days to do if we were taking it out the sod and laying it back in and putting it back together. And we did it in one pass. If you look right here, you can see all the dirt that come out of just that one pass. One of the problems we've had is when you have that rim and then you want to dress it up, typically what we do is we're too lazy to take the lip out or the rim out, so we just add more dirt. So that just creates a bigger problem and a bigger lip where it crowns at the base, and then the dirt just moves out even easier. So it's better to work on the real problem and solve your lip problem than it is just adding more dirt all the time. This is a dirt infield with a grass outfield, and the rim we're talking about here is probably 5 inches high. So if you're playing softball or baseball, the safety of that and getting the ball to flip up over that edge and take a bad bounce and hurt a kid is really critical that we get rid of this. And so we're going to show you here in just a second how to do this. Because it's so severe, we'll probably have to make 2 passes on it. So we're going to show you how that's done right now. So this is a 5-inch lip, and we made 1 pass on it. We're going to show you what we pull off of there. This is pretty heavy. You can see the grass line right there, so we haven't hurt the grass. This probably needs one more pass on it, but that's what it looks like in one pass. You can see the root zone, we thinned it out a little bit, but the root zone's still there. It's playable today. You don't have to wait to overgrow it over winter, and it's all ready to go. The main thing, you've taken out the danger, or so it's a safe field for your play already. So as you see it, they're raking. Sometimes you think that lip is just right here on the edge, but sometimes it extends 2 or 3 feet back into your field, and we can take all that out. And that's what we're doing here, is reaching way back and taking all that lip out that's been pushed back from dragging clear back here into the grass area. So you can see we're almost level right now. The other thing you're noticing is just in a few minutes we've braked out part of this field already, so the cleanup on it is not very much. Instead of spending days cutting the sod out and re-leveling it and putting the sod in and then you grow in over winter on your sod, we've done this in a few minutes here, so you can actually do a field and do it in the morning and play on it that night. So manpower and time is of essential in managing your park facilities, and this is a good way to take care of a real safety problem, and yet just conserve your manpower and your time doing it. So if your whole field becomes compacted, or you're not getting, if you've got a thatch build-up layer, or if you have a water issue where your water's not penetrating, or when you're fertilizing it's not getting down to your root zone, we can go through and completely aerate it and dethatch a whole field and level it, and then you're going to get a 30 to 50% water savings, because that water and nutrients are now going to go down to the root zone. And we're going to demo that right now, what it would look like on a field. Okay, we've just made a pass up through here on this field. So we're dethatching, we're leveling, we're aerating, and see what that does for you is if you've got a soil compaction problem, you're going to now let the moisture come into the root zone, and if you're fertilizing, you're letting the nutrients down to the root zone. So I'm just going to show you what it's did here in just one pass. So this is the grass, the thatch you're pulling out of those lawns. You can see there's a lot of yellow in there, and so we've thinned the grass, and now we've got it where we can get the water uptake and the nutrient uptake to the plant. So you increase your water and fertilizer uptake by 30 to 50% by just dethatching your fields. Plus, if you've got leveling problems, chances of turning an ankle or a sprain or anything because of the soil being so tight that it doesn't give, this makes your field in perfect condition for play.